I told you that there's a 6'7" point guard build that gets a 99 steal, which means it gets Hall of Fame glove, one of the most overpowered badges in the game. Gets a 90 ball handle, meaning you unlock all the best dribble moves in the game. Gets an 85 3-point rating, which means you get silver limitless range. And on top of all that, still gets an 86 driving dunk, which means you can get contact dunks at will. Y'all thought 6'9s were the only builds that are meta? Today we break NBA 2K23. Drop a like in the next 5 seconds or one of your teammates will load up in your park tomorrow on the pure mid build. 80s all the way around, so they're not trashing anything, but they not good either. They finna sell your record. I would not risk it. What's good, Simply Squad? It's your boy Demigod grinding. And this whole year, I've given y'all 6'9 Demigod build after 6'9 Demigod build. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel bad because I'm partly to blame on why they're so popular and in every single one of your parks. I mean, just look what I did against NFL superstar Micah Parsons yesterday on one of my 6'9 builds.
Oh my man.
Nah, he's just like,
oh my.
yo.
Hey, look, man. He's a tough one to guard, man.
No, yeah, he's gonna be really tough to guard.
This man just hit a half court green. This dude grinding white on YT. I'm about to look up his YouTube. That is nuts.
Even he knows that they're unfair. By the way, if y'all wanna watch that video, it's dropping tomorrow, so make sure to sub with notifications on. But to make it right today, I'm gonna give y'all what I like to call a 6'9 build's worst nightmare. Trust me, if there's anybody that knows what 6'9s hate to play against, it's me. I got over 4,000 games played on mine. And this 6'7 build that I'm about to give y'all today is a nightmare to play against. The reason for that is most 6'9 builds are running around out here with gold unpluckable. So if you make a 99 steal, high defensive rating lockdown who can also run point guard because of his high playmaking and high shooting, not only are you gonna get a steal every time you press X when a 6'9 is dribbling around you, on the other side of the court, you're gonna be cooking them with dribble moves that they can't even unlock. Now, it wouldn't be a Simply Grinding build video if I didn't give y'all variations, so today I'm gonna give y'all my playmaking lockdown build, which is the one I talked about in the intro. I'm gonna give y'all a second variation of that build that you can choose from, and then I'm also gonna give you a pure lockdown build for my spot ups out there whose job it is to lock down these 6'9 demigods. All I ask for in return for all this info in one video is for you to drop a like and drop a sub with notifications on. Now let's get into this defensively gifted build that'll also grant you the ability to make unlimited green. Speaking of getting unlimited green, Prize Picks is a daily sports fantasy app that allows you to put your NBA knowledge to the test. All you gotta do is go on the app, find your favorite players, and predict if their stats will be over or under for that game. After that, all you gotta do is put in your entry amount. The more you put in, the more you can win. I'ma go with this. And the best part is that if you sign up with Prize Picks using my link below, they will match your first deposit up to $100. So make sure to click the link in the description and sign up for Prize Picks today. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it, yo. Alright, y'all, now for the build. When y'all see the caps that this build hits, you're gonna think that I'm lying, bro. It's actually kind of insane, but the position obviously is gonna be point guard, right or left-handed. I like to go right. For the height, we're gonna go 6'7". In the weight, we're gonna go all the way down to 180 pounds. The wingspan is gonna be 7'4". Now, your body shape is all preference, but for builds like this, I like to go slight. It just makes your dude look longer. Pause, bro. You know what I'm talking about. It makes your dude look big. You know what, bro? Pause. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is come down and put our steal at 99. You see that unlocks Hall of Fame glove and Hall of Fame interceptor. After that, we're gonna make our block in 87, which gives us silver anchor, which is such a good badge. If you've watched any of my other build videos, you know that silver anchor is the sweet spot, and it's a badge that you just really want to have. Now, we're gonna come back to defense, but I really want to show y'all the caps that y'all hit on this build. For ball handling, you're gonna go 90 ball handling, which of course gives you Hall of Fame quick first step, as well as unlocks Damian Lillard's size up escape package. If y'all don't know, if you're new to 2K, Damian Lillard's size up escape package is something that all 6'9s are lacking because they can't get a 90 ball handling. Basically just the best size up escape package in the game, and you can get it on a 6'7 build. I was stunned when I found this out. Next, we're gonna go to 3-point and make that an 85, which of course grants you limitless range on silver. And lastly, the last major cap we're gonna meet is we're gonna make our driving dunk in 86, which gets you gold limitless Limitless Takeoff Silver Posterizer, and of course lets you get pro contact dunks as long as your vertical is a 75 rating or higher. So we got our contact dunks, we got our 99 steal, we got our 90 ball handling for all the best strip moves in the game, we got our 85 3-point for Silver Limitless, and we got our 86 driving dunk for contact dunks. Now let's clean up the build a little bit. Your close shot, you're gonna want to make this a 75, which unlocks fast twitch on silver and fearless finisher on silver. Your driving layup, you're gonna make a 72. In your standing dunk, you are going to make a 70, which will leave you with 16 finishing badges. Now you can go lower on standing dunk if you feel like your player will get animations. You could actually go to 64 and keep the 16 finishing badges, but I find that 70 is the sweet spot for when people call my back door and I catch the ball. I always do a standing dunk, so I do 70 just to be safe. And with that, we're done with finishing. We're also going to leave shooting alone. 18 shooting badges is more than enough for someone who's played as much as me. If you're new to the game, I'm going to give y'all multiple versions which will have more shooting badges, and we'll give you the option to give more badges in any category you want. So just stick with me. Trust me, you're going to get a build that you love out of this video. I promise you. Now your pass accuracy, you're going to make 75, which gives you the LeBron pass style, and you're going to make your speed with ball a 62 for 16 playmaking badges. Now that may seem low, but I'm going to explain the relationship between acceleration, speed with ball, and speed in just a moment. But first, we're going to come down here and make our perimeter defense an 87, which of course unlocks silver clamps and Hall of Fame menace. Then after that, we're going to make our interior defense a 68 to get our 20th finishing badge. Finally, we're going to max out our acceleration, and that's because your acceleration determines your speed boost after you do a move. For those of y'all that don't know, the first 1 to 2 steps that you take after holding turbo and running up the court, whether it's after you do a dribble move or if it's you just catch the ball, hold turbo, and you sprint, is solely based off your acceleration rating. That's what makes acceleration so much more important than speed with ball and speed. Because if you think about it, if you're dribbling the ball and you do a move, those first 2 steps to pass your defender are solely what you need to be focused on, which is your acceleration rating. Because by the time that runs out and it's time for your speed with ball rating to kick in, you're already at the basket scoring, or you've already spun it back and got yourself a 3. Your strength, we're going to bring down to a 42, and your stamina is going to be a 90, with your speed being a 70. Then to finish off your physicals, you're gonna have a 90 stamina, a 43 strength, and a 70 speed. Then at the very end, you have one more attribute point you can equip. I honestly just put this on free throw because it gives me more value than just getting one more speed with ball. Now this is the base build for the first version of this build. With your extra badge points, you're gonna want to put all of them into playmaking except for one in finishing, so you can core your gold Limitless Takeoff. So if you've only gotten the 4 extra badges from my career, you'll have 19 playmaking badges and 17 finishing with 18 shooting and 20 defense, while meeting the absolute best caps of contact dunks, limitless range on silver, best strip moves in the game, 99 steal for Hall of Fame glove, as well as maxed out acceleration, which is just insane to think about. And if you've gotten every single extra badge in the game, you'll actually have 20 or 21 playmaking badges with 17 finishing. Now this build right here is for my 2K players that want to do it all. You want to be able to pull from deep, you want to be able to guard the ball and be the main lockdown for your team, you want to be able to get contact dunks. If you want to do all that, this is your build, or at least this is your base build, and you can tweak it to your liking however you like. But let's say you are willing to give up one of those, and that one thing is contact dunks. If you don't care about getting contact dunks, I got an amazing build for you. You're still gonna keep your 99 steal, you're still gonna keep your 90 ball handling, you're still gonna keep your 85 shooting. The only thing that changes is you're going to bring down your driving dunk to an 80. You're going to bring your driving dunk to an 80. Then you're going to come down here and bring your vertical down to a 60, which if y'all don't know is the requirements for the best dunk package in the game. Quick drops off 1. You need a 60 vertical and an 80 driving dunk. Now, because you sacrifice getting contact dunks, you have a bunch of new attribute upgrades that you can distribute wherever you want. You could put on shooting and get like 22 shooting badges. You could put on defense and unlock gold clamps with more defensive badges. But what I suggest is you make your pass accuracy a 76 so you get one more playmaking badge. And then after that, you have a choice. You can either make your speed with ball as high as it can go and get 21 playmaking badges, or you can do what I did, which is make it a 73 so you get 20 playmaking badges. Then you can redistribute it somewhere else. You could give yourself 20 shooting badges. You can actually get 3 extra defensive badges if you wanted to. Or if you're not happy with your speed, you could up it a whole 9 attribute rating. What I'm gonna do, since I know that speed isn't that important, speed with ball isn't that important, I just did it for playmaking badges, is I'm gonna make my pass accuracy 76, my ball handle 90, my speed with ball 73, and knowing that I know how to shoot the ball and that I'm a really great shooter on this game, is I'm gonna come down here to defensive rebound and get my 3 extra defensive badges as well as badass silver box out beast. Now once again, with this build, you get a 99 steal, you get a 90 ball handling, you get an 85 3-point rating. You still meet all the thresholds. The only one you sacrificed on is contact dunks, which is fine because you're planning on spamming quick drops off one anyways. Now for this build, the extra badges I recommend is you put one on finishing so you can get silver limitless takeoff, and then the rest you can either put all on playmaking or you can split between playmaking and defense. For everybody that keeps putting their extra badges on shooting, I promise you shooting in this game isn't as hard as people make it out to be. There are just a lot of different timings, but the more that you play, the more you start to learn what animation gives you what timing, and shooting becomes so easy you don't even think about it. And that's coming from somebody who shoots 65% in competitive proing. But I promise you, it is not that difficult once you play more. Now I've given y'all the build that can do it all, including contact dunks, green from deep, 99 steal, 90 ball handling. I've given y'all the build that sacrifice on contact dunks and can do everything else. Now I want to give y'all a build that is just a pure lockdown defender. No playmaking whatsoever, but excels in every other attribute. Meaning it'll get contact dunks, it'll get a 99 steal, it'll get an 85 3-point rating, and amazing physicals, but it will have no playmaking whatsoever. And for that, we're gonna have to back out and change our physicals. We are gonna be 6'7", 230 pounds this time with a 7'4" wingspan. And for this build, we're gonna wanna go defined because slight isn't an option. And once again, we're gonna start off with a 99 steal, but this time our perimeter defense is actually gonna be a 95, which unlocks Hall of Fame Challenger, Hall of Fame Menace, and Gold Clamps. Our interior defense is actually gonna be a 93. Our block is gonna be an 87, giving us silver anchor once again. Our offensive rebound is gonna be an 80, and our defensive rebound is gonna be an 85, giving us a whopping 31 defensive badges, as well as silver rebound chaser from the 85 defensive rebound. The only thing we're gonna do on playmaking is make our pass accuracy a 76, which of course gives us gold break starter and bronze bailout. Then after that, we're gonna go to our 3-point, make an 85 for silver limitless range. We're gonna make our mid-range a 76 for 21 shooting badges. And for our finishing, we're gonna have an 86 driving dunk, which means we get contact dunks. We're gonna have a 73 standing dunk, which is honestly just for badges. We're gonna make our close shot a 75 for the 2 silver badges once again. And our driving layup is gonna be a 66. Now for the physicals, we're gonna have a 75 acceleration. We're not gonna be dribbling the ball. Our acceleration is not gonna matter on this build. Our speed is actually gonna be a 75. Our strength is gonna be completely maxed out at 83. Our vertical is gonna be 75 so we can get contact dunks, and our stamina is gonna be a 95. Now let's take a look at this build. It is an absolute defensive menace. You're gonna be guarding ball with this pure lock, and if a 6'9" drives on you, you are not afraid whatsoever. You have a 93 interior defense, as well as an 83 maxed out strength. Nobody's scoring on you in the paint. You're gonna have silver anchor, as well as a plethora of Hall of Fame defensive badges. You are just a defensive menace who can shoot the ball from deep, meaning you can spot up on the hash. You don't even have to sit corner like most lockdown builds. And on fast breaks and on backdoors, you can also get contact dunks in the paint, making rotations from other centers mean nothing to you. Now once again, these are all just templates. Y'all can change the build however you want. If you don't feel like strength matters to you, it does to me, but if you don't feel like strength matters to you, you could take this down and get a ton of other badge points for your shooting or your finishing. You could actually make this 17 finishing badges so you don't have to give one of your extra badge points to it if you want. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm just here to give y'all a base build. And for the extra badge points, I would put one on finishing and then the rest on defense, because that's what we're here for. I would end up with 36 defensive badges, 17 finishing, 21 shooting, and 7 playmaking. For those of y'all that care about build names, if you make the first build, it'll be called a 2-way inside out creator. If you make the second version of the build, it will be called a 2-way 3-point shot creator. And if you make the final lockdown version, it will be called a 2-way inside out scorer. The first 2 versions unlock basically every takeover in the game except for slashing, and this version, the lockdown version, unlocks every takeover in the game except for slashing and playmaking. And now for the badges for every build. I'm not going to go through every single one because I got 3 builds to cover. It's going to take forever, so I'm just going to scroll through and you can pause the video or screenshot if you need to. This is for the very first build, the build that can do it all. These are the badges that I would run. Obviously there's no extra finishing badges on this yet, so obviously I told y'all to put 1 extra finishing badge so you can have limitless takeoff on gold, and you would obviously core the gold version of this badge, then have posterizer, then have 1 extra attribute for your finishing. On shooting, you're perfectly fine like this. You don't need any extra shooting badges than what we have right here. On playmaking, this is why I said you want to put all your extra badge points into playmaking, because you're gonna want hyperdrive on gold. You're gonna want to put your mismatch expert up. You're gonna want to put special delivery up. You'll never not want more playmaking badges, so any extras that you can get on here are great. The same thing goes if you decide to put more defensive badges. You can't go wrong there either. You're always gonna want more defensive badges, especially because you have a 99 steal. So for your extra badges, either playmaking or defense, and you'll be perfectly fine. That was the badges for the first build. Now for the second build, once again, you don't have your one extra finishing badges like I told you to put on, so you can get silver limitless takeoff. So you'd have silver limitless takeoff cord on this. For your shooting, you honestly have too many shooting badges. You have 2 extra, so I'll just put the extra 2 on volume shooter, because it helps. The more you shoot, the more you can make. And again, the reason I say to put a lot of your extra badges onto playmaking is because you're 6'7", you're gonna want mismatch expert on silver. You might want special delivery. Honestly, you could get away with only putting 2 extra playmaking badges and then putting the rest into defense, because playmaking defense, you'll never not want extra badges in these 2 categories, especially on a 6'7" build with a 99 steal and a 90 ball handler. And finally, the pure lockdown build. Once again, you'll have 1 extra finishing badge, so you'll core limitless takeoff on gold. On shooting, once again, more than enough. And then you just put volume shooter on silver. You could put guard up on silver. Guard up just doesn't activate enough for me to put it on. You could also put clutch shooter. It doesn't matter. The main 5 badges you want are limitless, green machine, catch and shoot, agent 3, and amped. One build that doesn't need any extra playmaking badges, because we have no playmaking to begin with. Just break start on gold, bailout, special delivery on bronze. Finally, we do not need any more defensive badges. We could distribute these all that we want. I have 4 core badges, which is actually insane. You could take off one of these cores and distribute it all over the place here, because you have 31 total defensive badges. But I still suggest that you put your extra badges on defense, because there's no other reason to put it on shooting, finishing, or playmaking with this pure lockdown build, and you'll be able to unlock stuff like menace or pogo stick, whatever you feel like you need. So those are the badges that I recommend for each build. Now let's get into the jump shot and the dribble move. As for the best dribble moves for the first 2 builds that have playmaking in them, I would copy these exact dribble moves, except for your size up escape. Obviously, you're gonna have the Damian Lillard size up escape package. That's very important. Make sure you put that on instead of LeBron James. And for the jump shot, this is by far my favorite jump shot on the game. Base LaMelo Ball, release 1 Rudy, release 2 Kobe Bryant, max release speed with 35% Rudy, 65% Kobe, and I use it on very early. Although my friends like it better on early, I prefer very early. And if for some reason you don't like this jump shot, or if you don't like my dribble moves, I'm dropping a jump shot video on Monday and a dribble moves video on Wednesday, so make sure y'all sub with notifications on for those. I'm about to put y'all onto game. And don't forget, tomorrow I'm showing y'all what happened when I played with NFL superstar Micah Parsons, so make sure y'all are ready for that, man. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope y'all got a build that you love off of this video. That is always my goal when I make these type of videos. But thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and as always, keep grinding.
Balling, 2K we never be falling. Rachel she never be calling. Still hitting shots while they steady be taunting. Balling.